Hi, everybody. Look, we made it. We're at the end, and we're so excited to be here. And we've heard for the last few days all about how important connecting with each other and communication and collaboration is. So we're super excited to be here. I have an ask of you. May I please have 10 minutes of your time? Put away your phones, close your laptops. The email can wait just like 10 minutes. And be here in this moment with us because we're really excited to share with you what we've come up with, and we've never rehearsed it, and we changed it at the last minute, and there's a high probability something's going to go wrong, and you don't want to miss it. So if you're here with us. So if I haven't met you yet, my name is Allison, and I have this really unique place in our ALS community in which I lost my husband to ALS in 2016, so I had a front row seat to the ALS experience, but also for the last 8 years, I've worked in ALS clinical research, and I know what you go through on your end and how much it takes to support families like me. So this whole crazy thing started last year in Switzerland at this exact meeting, and I was sitting there and I started feeling like torn because I was listening to all these great presentations about all these great programs, great projects, great brochures, great guidelines, and we are tracking this and we are tracking that, and our metrics say this, and I started thinking, like, the clinical research side of me is like, yeah, that's statistically significant. That is good. And then the other part of me was like, please stop doing that. Please stop doing that. Why can't we just all talk to each other? I don't need a 12-step program. I need you to listen to what I'm saying. So I started listening very closely as I was having conversations and watching presentations, and I decided to pick out the craziest speakers, the people who really thought outside the box, and to start asking them, hey, could we change this conversation somehow? And so I want to show you what I really want to show you what we did, but I can't because it won't forward. Oh, there we go. Wait.
Can you back up?
I can. So this is us, and the reason I show you us is I want you to know that we actually do have some qualifications. We're educated, we have experience, we are smart and can hold our own. We can stand on our laurels if we need to, but we decided not to do that. Instead, I cornered Sarah in the ladies' room in Switzerland. I'd never met her before, and I knew right after her talk she was the craziest one there, and I had to get to her. So I waited, and I saw her run to the ladies' room, and I waited patiently, and she came out, and I said, please take a selfie with me because you don't know me, but I'm going to email you, and I want you to remember who I am. And that is the exact selfie that I put her through. And we all started talking, and I said, can we change this conversation? And they're like, well, how much money do we have to do it? I'm like, we don't, nothing, absolutely zero. And they're like, yeah, that's perfect, let's do it. Our plan was hatched. And we pivoted. We left behind everything we learned in school, everything about tracking and metrics and project management and all that. And we just decided that we were just people, and as people, we were going to change the conversation going forward. And if you have a chance to look at this or you see it online, you'll notice there's a theme of food and alcohol through who we are as people. I did not know that. But I had them all say one word that described them, and like A+ for self-awareness on this homework there. So we have this great team. And we thought, what if we did this? What if we talked to our people who talked to their people, 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 then suddenly we're all just talking and we're solving the world's problems, right? So how do we do it? We wanted to show you visually how we actually see this working. And we've never done this visually, so please be open-minded and creative.
I'm having a pretty rough day, so I think I'm going to give my friend Allison a call. Hey, Allison, I'm having some problems. My stepdad's having a hard time eating. I don't know what to do. Help me.
Yeah, I experienced that too. If you're okay with it, I have a really good friend named Jen in the UK, cool accent. Can I give her a call?
Yeah.
And have her call you? Okay, cool, thanks.
Hey, Allison, good to hear from you. Mandy, it's Jen.
Hey, so I'm having trouble getting my stepdad to eat, But, you know, it's also really been hard on my kids to see this happen. Do you have anybody that can help me with that?
I know just the person. I'll hand you over to my friend Melinda.
Hello.
Hey, Melinda. So, my kids are having a hard time because my stepdad is cranky. He's a smoker. He can't smoke right now. How can I get the crankies away?
I know exactly who you should talk to.
Nice.
Let me give my friend Sarah a call.
G'day, mate. This is Sarah from Australia here. What can I do for you?
Hey, Sarah. So, I'm having some trouble. What can I do to help my stepdad?
Yeah, well, I'm an occupational therapist and I love helping people smoke because, you know, I'm helping people do what they want to do. I don't really care what that is, so I can help you make a little gadget.
That's perfect. Thank you so much. You know what? I'm going to call my friend Jill and check in with her. Jill, how are you doing today?
Hey, Mandy. I'm not doing too well. It's been an awful day. My husband's having trouble. The kids are having trouble. Let me tell you, the dog is having trouble.
Oh,
Is
my
there
gosh.
any way you can help me out?
You come on up here, girl. I have a world of support waiting for you.
That's awesome.
Perfect. So right now, I want to ask you guys, before I show you how we did this, if you're able to, if you know any one of us on this stage in any way, shape, or form, will you stand up? Stretch your legs. So look around the room, and within 30 seconds, look at the net of compassion and resources and communication and support that we just gave Mandy and Jill by just knowing each other. So thank you. You can sit down, and we're going to show you how we're actually doing this in real life, even though that was brilliant actress skills, you guys, like brilliant. And I'm going to turn it over to Mandy, and Jill, you can have her seat. And green button, apparently.
Green button, good to know. Hopefully, my technology skills will be as good as my acting. So we created this website that we wanted to use as our kind of launch pad. Let's see. And this is the Pass It On Project's website. What we have here are a bunch of bubbles, right? Those bubbles are going to shift and change depending on who's enrolling, who's registering with the project, who's adding in their information. So I'm a very visual person, so I'm excited to see how these bubbles grow and change and how this visual evolves over time. It's a new project, so what we're going to do is we're going to start changing it around. We may end up making this available to search through the different subjects. If you have a question about respiratory issues, we're going to have a place for that. If you have issues with social work, let's find a bubble for that. People from all over the world are going to be able to connect and share their resources. And they're also going to be able to host their own chats and pass on their own information. So people who register for the Pass It On project, not only do they get access to our private Facebook page, but they're also going to be able to host their own Zoom meetings, share this information around the world. And we've already had several great conversations with people that have seen the value of this and seen how that they can use this website and this project to expand their own services for the people that they serve in their own communities. So here is our Pass It On Project QR code. We pass those around, me and my partner Jill, today. So please feel free to scan that QR code, register for it, and once I get back home to my computer in Florida, I will be getting everybody set up so we can start passing it on and making a difference.
There's also lots and lots of cards on all the tables with this QR code on it, so feel free to find them.
And sticky notes, yeah?
Sticky notes,
Yes.
give the sticky notes, the
Pass it
challenge
along.
is give your email on a sticky note to someone that you want to connect with after this conference.
Yes, and I should add that this is a tool that we've created for healthcare providers. We want you guys to have a space to talk, to communicate, to share your ideas, because there's so many great ideas that you guys are having. We can't keep it to ourselves. We have to pass it on.
So I think this is obviously rolling out as it's really just come out of our brains. But interesting what happened already is that Sarah Feldman will see her colleagues there. She reached out to me. They had a new OT starting with them, very experienced OT, but maybe not in the sort of M&D ALS world. And Sarah said, well, why don't you contact Sarah in Australia? Like, it really wasn't about funding issues. It was just about stuff. So, like, that was probably 11 o'clock at night for me. And Jen, I know you're watching. Thank you for letting me use your photo. 7 o'clock in the morning for her. We had a great conversation.
And then we got as many people as we could possibly reach out to. We sent out emails just to everybody we could think of and said, hey, join us for a Zoom call. Like, just everybody get on the Zoom and we want to brainstorm. Will this work? Is this just some wild, crazy idea that we have? What would it look like? What are your suggestions? And we actually did it twice. So the first one was what you see there. There were 5 countries represented. And yes, I did post that on the internet. Holy crap.
Yes, it was 7 o'clock in the morning, and I'm in my pajamas.
Most powerful group of ALS MND women, not intentionally, but it just happened to be all women. And we brainstormed and we said, what does this look like? How can we do this as a group? Then we did a second one where I think Philip, are you out there somewhere? Kenya, Philip joined us. And it was just fantastic because we wanted people who were in the very early stages of creating any sort of organization or any sort of support to be on that second one. And Philip was just fantastic because he was like, I'm just trying to figure this out. Who can I ask? What can I ask of different people? And we said, this is exactly what we want. You and people like you who are starting new organizations to join us.
I'd just like to spot the girls from the Stan Cassidy Centre there. What did we say we were going to do after this conference? We organised, I can't remember the name that we said yesterday.
Wisdom and
Wine. So I was kind of teasing this out a little bit to see if they'd be open to it, because when we were talking last night, the challenges that they're experiencing are similar to ours, but we were sharing some like amazing ideas. And I was like, I want my team to know your team. And so we were like, yay, let's swap numbers. And we're going to sort out a Wisdom and Wine Zoom session. Nothing like a bit of peer support from across the equator.
And the only rule that we have, and we are not tracking anything statistically, we are not keeping track of anything, we have no strategy. The only rule we have is everybody has to drink out of a coffee cup if you have a drink, and nobody can ask what's in it, because it could be any time wherever that person is.
So you can see why I've been banging on now about connections and like give people your emails, and why I've been taking like selfies of the people that I meet so I can remember who they are. So now you see my strategy. So this is it.
No, it's me.
That's Jen.
Yeah, it's me.
Bring it on, Jen.
Oh no, we haven't finished. This is it. This is the next bit.
This is the ask, is to join us, really, is to be part of this. As my colleagues have said, there are cards on your table. Take the QR code down, pass it around, accost each other in the toilets and take pictures if you really want to. However it works for you, just make connections and make sure you get those emails, and let's get this working.
Yep. Thank you so much. We look forward to talking to as many people as we can. Thank you, guys. We should have wrapped.
No, you have to stay here for questions, people. You're not done yet. You may hang on to your phones. Well, Sarah gets to keep that phone now. Any questions from the audience? They want to know where you...
Allison got them.
Anyone on the chat?
There's a question in the corner there, Sarah.
What?
To the right. To your right.
To my right. There we go.
This is a great idea. I'm really excited by it. But I think that as terrific solutions or solutions are suggested, it's a little bit of a loss if it isn't recorded and maintained for posterity, because you'll be reinventing the wheel all the time.
So, yeah, thank you. So part of, so going back to our slide of our budget was 0, and Mandy gracefully, out of the kindness of her heart, helped put together a temporary website, and she's managing it behind the scenes temporarily. We do have some grant requests out to kind of give us the ability to do those things, to be a little bit more structured to have, instead of just a notification of a Zoom link, we can record it and post that link afterwards. And we do hope to do it. What we did this year was simply try it. We thought, can we bring people together and talk? And we've made so many really great connections where the time zone didn't matter and we were able to help each other. And now we're ready to go to the next step of formalizing just a little bit more.
Mm-hmm.
Down here, online, is it an online question or is it you, Jess?
Hi. This is a question from Tina Moeller, and I'll just maybe provide a bit of context. Her question is this for ALS patients as well? I know you've talked about being for health professionals, but she specifically wants to know about ALS patients. Please.
Yeah, we really wanted to make this space for allied health and health professionals so that we could kind of bounce ideas off of each other so that, you know, as we engage with patients and families and caregivers, that it's that kind of professional space, not to be exclusive and not trying at all to say that their voices aren't important, but just something for the professionals to kind of have these communications as we reach out and share with other organizations and folks around the world.
Can we stand behind them so she can take a picture?
And the question about like that we're not trying to be all statisticially up here, right? We will find a way, as Allison was saying, just to confirm that we do want to be able to have a way to kind of compile all of these suggestions in different categories, so they will be made more available at some point. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that sounds great, and I think your ask for everyone, if anyone's interested, to reach out to you guys is perfect.
And each other using your little Post-its on your chairs or your tables.
You're trying to get a picture.
Oh, I was like, what are you guys doing?
Posers.
You're crowding me.
All right, while they take that photo then, I think that